Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy Tactics Ivali's Chronicles that was released in 2025.
どうした座らないのか
This is his other brother.
それにしても驚いたぞ。お前がこのオートに来ているとはな。アルマが心配していたぞ。会っていくといい。
ザルバック兄さん、
なんだそんな真剣な顔をして。
戦いを、この戦争をもうやめにしませんか？
何を言うかと思えば、わけのわからぬことを。
He doesn't know if he can or... A lot of these people have come to believe that the fighting is inevitable and it is in the best... You have to get through it in the best interest of the country. Have to have the right people in charge, which to some degree is right. At a certain point, there's the thing, it takes two to tango, or it takes two to have a fight. Yeah, but it takes one to have a massacre. Two sides decide to do violence, it's a fight. One side decides to do violence, it's a massacre.
この戦争にどんな意味があるって言うんです、ベオルブ家は。王家のためだけでなく、いえ、王家よりも民を守るために戦ってきました。ですが今は私利私欲のために戦っている。
Yep.
相変わらず表層しか見ないのだな、お前は。
兄さんは何も分かっていない。この戦乱は何者かが企てた陰謀なんです。白獅子ラグ校も黒獅子ゴルターナ校もどちらもその誰かに利用されているに過ぎない。
利用されている？一体お前は何を言っているんだ？
Death, destruction.
僕にもよくわからない。ただ、黄金の修道院で起きた王女誘拐事件、あれはゴルターナ校を殺生にさせぬために何者かが仕組んだ狂言誘拐だったんです。
なんだと？
僕はあの場にいて全てを目撃していました。暗殺されるはずだったオベリア殿下は救い出され、今はゴルターナ公の庇護のもと。もしあの時暗殺されていたら、公は王家に逆らう国賊として中罰されていたでしょ
う。ゴルターナ公を半身にする企てだと？
Your brother. Our brother.
ダイスダーグ兄さんです。
兄上が王女誘拐の狂言を？
Yes.
バカな。
ザルバック兄さんはご存知なかったのですか？いや、兄さんもお分かりのはず。
お前は実の兄を疑うとそういうのか？血を分けた兄弟を信じられんとそう言いたいのか？
兄さんこそこの僕を信じてくれないんですか？どうして
勝手な行動ばかり取るお前の一体何を信じろというのだ？ことはらといえど同じ血を分けた兄弟、そう思い今日まで目をかけてきたが、所詮下船の血は下船。
Well, you're going to have a hard lesson.
ここから出ていけ。このベオルブ家から
And it turns out Dicey Durg is responsible for all this.
ザルバック兄さん。閣下、一大事です。ドグーラ峠を敵の軍勢が、あの雷神が突破したと。
悪がベスラから動いたか。さすが雷神、まさに電光石火のごとく。すぐに軍議を開く。皆を集めよう。
ギョイ。
Interesting. Okay, units have returned from an errand. We're going to go New errands are available. Of course they are. We are not going to be able to get all the errands if we don't do some level of grinding.
いらっしゃい。ゆっくりそう来なくっちゃ。仕事を終えた仲間が待ってる。それじゃ報告を頼むぜ。
今回は大成功したんだ。思い通りにやれて痛快だったぜ。
Several valuable tomes were stolen from Garland Academy of Magical Arts. According to witnesses, the thief was a man of some 30 years who escaped from the Academy's second-floor window before boarding a nearby ferry. Unfortunately for him, the ferry sank soon after leaving port. We were able to raise the vessel and retrieve the books. The tomes were of no great monetary value, but the staff at the Academy were delighted to have them back, and apparently not damaged despite being sunk.
すごいことなんだからお祝いしてよね。ほら、
こんなところか。これで仕事は完了だな。あんたの仲間がお待ちかねだ。それじゃ。
今回は大成功だ。喜んでくれ。しっかりとやり遂げたぜ。
Gold rush some years ago led to the establishment of several towns at the foot of Mount Orobos. For a time, the mountain crawled with prospectors. However, the amount of gold has soon dwindled. The miners upped and left. The settlements became not more than ghost towns. With few clues to go on, we made a brief stop at one of the mines and recovered a measly amount of gold. All that remains of the miners' dreams are the tears of the old man in the tavern who told us his tale.
驚きましたでしょ。
こんなところか。
995 gil.
完了だな。
That gives job points. It doesn't give experience, does it?
ありがとな。
Okay. Let me
よ
see
く
if
来たな。そう
no more
特別だな
errands available.
Huh?
Job. Just the 700 for that. Just the 900 for elixir. Yeah, there's no way you guys can partake. You are too low level. But we're gonna level you up anyway. You know, I mean, give you abilities just for the flavor of it. But you, I think I'm going to make you a black mage.
任せておけ。読んだか？
I'm going to keep you as the Rebecca. I'm going to keep you as an archer.
よ。
White mage.
やる気十分。
And oh, okay.
いいぜ。
ご用ですか？
Cool. Stay there. Okay, and I'm gonna go over here. Oh, more.
よく来たな。よし来た。仕事を終えた。それじゃ。
今回の仕事は文句なしの大成功だ。思わず顔がにやけちゃうよ。
We helped Mamiko, a traveling minstrel who had triumphed in an oration contest some years ago. His unique act had long been a favorite of local audiences, but of late he had fallen into a deep creative slump. We drank together in the tavern until early hours, discussing countless ideas, when an off-the-cuff suggestion of a new hairstyle seemed to spark his imagination, and he began an impromptu performance right there and then. It seemed to us that Mamiko was back to his old self, and we retired for some well-deserved sleep.
とてもやりがいのある仕事でした。自分に誇りが持てましたよ。
こんなところか。これで用があれば言ったな。
New errand available. Okay.
何？
Cool, 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 cool. Make you a thief.
似合うかな？
Anything else we want to change?
よろしくね。どうした？
What about changing you to a knight Or an archer. We'll leave you a squire for now, I think. But no, that's not what I want to look at. Where? What is it? Locations. Not accepted. Not okay. So 2 errands. None at this time. There are 4 in the Clockwork City.
いらっしゃい。こんな儲け話があるぜ。
Ooh.
誰が行くんだい？
Rebecca.
仕
Elvis.
事に派遣する日数派遣すると、よし、派遣。用が。あ
I don't think there's anything here.
こんなもん他には。あ
I love the fact they just give you the option to flee, or so you don't have to deal with it if you don't want
誰
to.
を向かわせる？
Calling all adventurers compete for fabulous prizes in untrodden frontiers. Detailed information available upon request. Contact the Merchant
誰が
Council
行くんだ
today.
い？
Okay, lad.
仕事に派遣する日数派遣すると、よし。他にはありがとな。いらっしゃい。そう来なくっちゃ。他にありがと。
Okay.
いらっしゃい。よし来た。用が。
Not okay. Cool. Nope, not doing it.
いらっしゃい。こんな噂他にはな。噂ば他に何かそう来なくっちゃ。
There we
誰を向か
go.
わせる？
Find my darling pet. She has been missing for a number of days. I am beside myself with worry. I will reward anyone who finds her.
誰が行くんだい？誰を向かわせる？仕事に派遣するに派遣する。よし。他にありが。
Isn't Kara the Malvolio thing? Really?
よく来たな。そうだな。用があればいい。そう来なくっちゃ。仕事を終えたな。それじゃ。
今回は大成功だ。喜んでくれ。しっかりとやり遂げたぜ。
After an extended creative slump, having once been a perennial fixture in Gross's nightlife, this show has his most spectacular yet. Over the course of several days, we rehearsed as his dancers, and our performance helped create a raucous atmosphere on the night, the likes of which Gross Tavern has never seen before. We later learned this was a farewell performance prior to Mako setting out on a world tour. We wish him all the success he
すご
deserves.
いことなんだからお祝いしてよね。
こんなところか。これで仕事は完了だな。
Ooh, sorry for walking away there. Had a dog scratching at the door. Okay, where's my controller? There it is.
他にはありがとう。
Good grief!
いらっしゃい。そう来なくっちゃ。あんたの仲間がお待ちかねだ。それじゃ。
嬉しいことに今回は大成功だった。我ながらいい仕事をしたと思う。
Merchant Council Daughters sponsored a contest that saw participants race to find the remnants of a lost civilization in a remote area of Ivalice. All we had to go on was information gleaned from ancient texts, legends, and stories, as we raced to be the first to find these undiscovered ruins. To our delight, we were declared winners of the competition. That sounds suspicious.
やり遂げさらに私たちはこんなところを発見しました。
Court Toya once enjoyed the adoration of the ancient Ronkan peoples, but that ended with her creation of monsters known as the Enthralled, a work of witchcraft to the lay eye. It was then she took up residence
ま
here.
さか秘境を発見。これで今日から冒険家の仲間入りだな。
Ah, Adventurer Level 1.
用がありがとう。
What does that do?
よく来たな。よし来た。誰を向かわせる？
Second.
この仕事に何日派遣する？わかった。他には？ああ
Okay.
よく来たな。
This
そう来なくっちゃ。お腹が
This is
空っ
all
ぽだ
going
から
to be
帰ってきてる
just a
ぞ。
bunch of me doing errands.
今回は大成功したんだ。思い通りにやれて
5-month-old
痛快だ
Malboro,
った
kept as a
ぜ。
pet by Countess Zelmos, has gone missing. We found Carrot feeding in the hills. We have succeeded this one before. Returned her safely to the Countess. Consulting with specialists, we learned the domesticated Malboros regressed to their wild state every 4th generation and determined this was the cause of little Carrot's
私
escape.
たち
こんなところか。
65. Because
他には？
we failed that one at some point.
よく来たな。こんな儲け話があるぜ。
The hero who saved humanity during the cataclysm is said to be somewhere at the bottom of the bay near Goog. Legend has the ship is packed full of treasures King Mesa received from the gods. It sounds too good to be true, so I took the liberty of knocking the fee down for
誰を
you.
向かわせる？仕事に派遣する日数を決め、派遣すると。よし。
Okay, Clockwork Fair. Assistance wanted. Help us prepare for the annual Goog Clockwork Fair. Experience with machines
誰を
preferred.
向かわせる？この仕事に何日派遣すると。よし。他には？ありが。
いらっしゃい。人手をお探しかな？どんな方をお望みで？
Okay.
こ
Dorothy.
ちらの方、頑張ってくださいね。ご用があればまた
Oh, you know what?
いらっしゃい。
That's probably a bad idea. Sorry, Dorothy. This is going to sound really, really,
うん
really bad.
私と一緒に密漁し私と一緒に自分なりに努めていたつもりです。
Sorry, Dorothy. Okay. No. Seriously? Already? Are you kidding me?
いらっしゃい。ゆっくりしていきな。よし来た。お仲間が仕事。それじゃ。
嬉しいことに今回は大成
Second
功だった。
contest, there were even more participants before, and changed the rules allowed the use of a transport, which greatly increased the range of the search. Rented a chocobo and carriage not far from the starting point and succeeded in finding a magnificent ancient wonder.
こんなところまで見つけたのです。
Phantom Train
なんだか素敵じゃないですか。
became so known for its primary purpose during an ancient age of war, the transport of battalions of the ghastly enthralled, a race of artificial monsters. It is also called the Chariot of the Damned, and it also got
すごい
suplexed.
ところ。こんなところか。他にありが。よく来たな。よし来た。誰を派遣するんだ？
Third contest.
この仕事に派遣する。何日ほど派遣する。よし。他に。ああ。
Good grief. I am juggling all the friggin' errands in the world. And all the random encounters.
いらっしゃい。こんな他に何？そうだな。用があれ。よし来た。
Okay.
あんたの仲間が。それじゃ。
今回は大成功したんだ。思い通りにやれて痛快だったぜ。
However, Curse examined the ship revealed modern construction. We later learned the vessel belonged to the Estuar Trading Company in Goog. The tip-off was little more than a tall tale, but the traders were delighted to have found their vessel all the same. Though we had hoped for more, the experience was valuable in
私たちの
itself.
勝利に乾杯。
こんなところか。
Okay.
お仲間が仕事か。それじゃ。
ただいま。大成功を持ち帰ったぜ。振り返ってみるとあっという間だったな。
Responsible for the cleaning and itemizing of delicate components for the machinist club, as well as general support duties. The Golifins entered the competition every year and have received commendation for their skilled work, but had never taken first prize. This time, however, despite more participants than ever before in the contest history, the Golifins' complex machinery brought them the overall prize. Joy on Admara's face was plain for all to see.
さらに今回はこんな一品も手に入れたんだ。
A rat tail.
なぜか惹かれる一品さ。
as a magical reagent. This exquisite delicacy was once the catalyst for a full-scale war. It has an extremely potent flavor.
おめでとう。トレジャーハンターとしての格が上がったな。こんなところか。
Cool.
誰を向かわせる？この仕事に何日派遣する。よし。用がありが。
Yeah, how long will it take me? Watch, I'm going to get across over to here.
いらっしゃい。そうだな。他には何か。よし、来た。誰が行くんだい？仕事に派遣すると。
Okay,
よし。
I forgot to read what it was. Fate of our sunk some high 100,000 off carrying a product vital to the future of the company. Shortage of miners.
用がありがとう。
Okay. Let me see here. 5 days, 8 days. Oh my goodness.
よく来たな。こんな儲け話がある。あんたの仲間。それじゃ。
今回の仕事は文句なし
First,
の大成功だ。
drawn with more participants. The search area had been extended even further, raising the difficulty once more, but this did little to prevent a third successive victory for our unit. We hope our historic achievement will further invigorate the arena of exploration.
さらに私たちはこんなところを発見し
Race
まし
of
た。
gnomes known as the Lilliputians inhabits this village. These gnomes were ruled by a merciless dictator until a mighty giant known as Atlas freed them at long last from their oppression. The name Tosis derives from an ancient word meaning very distant place.
おめでとう。冒険家としての格が上がったな。
Yay!
こんなところか。他にはありがとう。
Good grief. Oh, then look. Yep.
いらっしゃい。こんな儲け話があるぜ。仕事を終えた中。それじゃ。
今回の成果は文句なしの大成功だ。
Soma exports newest product. Some have speculated the ship may have been sunk by a rival firm. However, when we successfully recovered both the ship and its cargo, all evidence point to an unfortunate accident.
こんなところか。
Okay.
誰を派遣するんだ？
Okay.
この仕事に何日派遣すると。分かった。他に何？ああ。
We're gonna run out of errands. I was like, there's no way we're gonna run out of errands. Then it's like, now I'm running out of errands.
そうこなくっちゃ。仕事を終えた仲間が。それじゃ。
今回は大成功だよ。
Famous for its spectacular veins of gold, suffered a cave-in not long ago, prompting the owners to put out a call for miners on short notice. In a rush to excavate as much gold as possible, the miners greedily dug too deep too quickly with little regard for safety. When we arrived, we saw that many tunnels did not have sufficient supports. Cave-in should have been expected. We set to work bolstering the tunnels before we began to dig. We were able to excavate a goodly amount of gold, the proceeds of which the guild promised to use toward the medical costs of the injured miners. Yeah, sure they did.
気持ちいいね。
こんなところか。派遣中。他にはな。ああ。
Okay, so let us see what is going on in progress. Not accepted. The mining town of Goland. And Lasalia. Where's Goland mining town? There. Just curious. 2 days. We're going to go ahead and go down there, finish that off. Because I knew, yep, should have done that.
いらっしゃい。そうこなお仲間が仕事。それじゃ。
今回の成果は文句
Man
な
who
しの
told
大
us
成
of the
功だ。
ruins in question, a magistrate by the name of
心から満
Bibbit,
足できるいい仕事だった。
has faith only in money. When we told him of the site we had discovered, he ran from the tavern to see for himself. Mayhap he saw profit to be made there. Who knows? We can only hope this whole experience will teach him that there is more to life
こ
than
の仕
coin.
事さらに今回はこんなところ
Ancient
も
tower
発見
links
したん
the
だ。
castle of Ronka to the
ま
earth
さか惹かれる
below.
場所だったよ。
Magic facade shields it against casual inspection. However, the sheer size of the outer wall renders the enchantment unstable, causing the tower to shimmer mirage-like at times.
まさかこんなところか。用が。あ
Okay. Yeah, I know. Tavern. Errand. Hidden vein of ore in the long-abandoned Coldman mine. Old Topo used to work at the mine, said as much in his last will and testament, so I know it's true.
誰を向かわせるこの仕事に何日派遣するとよし。用がありが。
Whoops. And give me a moment. I am going to pause this and go back because I heard dog at the door. So see you in a little bit.